Wake up. Do you ever feel like you're sleepwalking through your life? Like each day is the same, blending into the next, with nothing to show for it? You're alive. But are you really living? Or are you just existing? We've all been there. You wake up, you go to work, you come home, you do it all over again. The cycle, the routine, the soul-sucking monotony. You go through the motions, convincing yourself that this is what life is. But let me ask you, when's the last time you felt something? Really felt it? Not just the dull ache of existing, but the fire, the hunger, the rage to live. Most people aren't living, they're just existing, dragging themselves through each day like they've already accepted defeat. And the worst part? They don't even realize it. They've numbed themselves to the truth. I'm fine, they tell themselves. This is how it's supposed to be, right? This isn't living, this is surviving. And if you're just surviving, if you're just existing, what's the point? Existing means doing the bare minimum to get through the day. It means settling for comfort, for routine, for mediocrity. Living means embracing the chaos, the pain, the struggle. Because that's where the fire is. That's where life is. But you don't want to hear that, do you? You'd rather keep telling yourself that things are fine, that everything's okay. But deep down, you know the truth. You're just too scared to face it. Too afraid to admit that you've let your life slip through your fingers. What happened to the person you used to be? You had fire once, didn't you? You had dreams, ambitions, goals. But somewhere along the line, you gave up. You let life beat it out of you. You settled for something less because it was easier than fighting for more. You traded your passion for stability, your ambition for safety. And now you're stuck, trapped in a life you never wanted, a life you swore you'd never settle for. You're not living, you're barely surviving. And the worst part is, you don't even care anymore. You've convinced yourself that this is it, that this is the best it's ever going to get. Wake up. This isn't living. This is a slow death, one you're choosing every single day. You're not living. You're decaying, wasting away one day at a time. And for what? You're running out of time. Tick-tock. Every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. Every moment you waste is a moment closer to the end. And what will you have to show for it? A string of empty days, a life full of what-ifs and I could-have-beens. That's not living. That's regret. You don't want to face this truth because it's uncomfortable. It hurts. It forces you to look at your life, your choices, and admit that somewhere along the line, you stopped trying, you settled. But here's the thing. You still have a choice. You still have time. Living isn't about following the script. It's not about doing what's expected of you or staying in your lane. Living is messy. It's painful. It's raw. But that's what makes it real. That's what makes it worth it. You have to fight for it. You have to fight for every damn day, for every moment that matters. Because nothing will change until you decide it's going to. No one's going to come save you. No one's going to pull you out of the rut you're in. You have to save yourself. You have to look in the mirror and decide that you're done just existing. That you're done coasting through life, waiting for something to change. You have to be the one to change it. Because if you don't, this is it. This empty, hollow existence is all you'll ever have. And deep down, you know that's not enough. You didn't come this far to settle for less. You didn't survive everything life threw at you just to fade away into nothing. There's more in you than this, but you have to dig deep. You have to want it more than you want to stay comfortable. Comfort is the enemy. Comfort is the death of growth, of ambition, of life. You weren't meant to be comfortable, you were meant to be alive. To feel every high and every low, to embrace the struggle and the pain because that's where you grow. That's where you become something more. Existing is easy. It's safe. But living is dangerous. It's unpredictable. It's terrifying. And that's why most people don't do it. That's why most people settle for a half-life, for just enough to get by, because it's easier than taking the risk. But you're not most people, are you? You're not here to exist. You're here to live, to make your mark, to leave something behind that matters. But that won't happen if you keep playing it safe, if you keep hiding from the truth. So here it is, raw and unfiltered. You're wasting your life. And if you don't wake up now, if you don't make a change, you'll spend the rest of your days trapped in this empty shell of a life. Is that really what you want? Because one day, you're going to wake up, and it's going to be too late. The time you thought you had, gone. The opportunities you let slip by, lost forever. But today is not that day. Today is your chance, your moment, your opportunity to break free from the chains you've put on yourself, to stop existing and start living. You have the power to change your story, to rewrite the script, but you have to want it. You have to be willing to face the truth you've been avoiding for so long. Living isn't easy. It's not supposed to be, but it's worth it. Every ounce of pain, every struggle, every moment of doubt, it's all worth it, because that's what makes you alive. That's what makes you more than just a body going through the motions. So the question is, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep existing, keep settling, keep letting life pass you by? Or are you going to wake up? Are you going to fight for something more, something real, something that sets your soul on fire? Tick, tock. Time's running out. It's your move. That's all. I'm out. By the way, if you want to level up in life, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.